Hello Moto GP enthusiasts, welcome back to ZNGP today. Francesco Bagnaia delivered a stunning performance at Assen, marking his third win at the Dutch circuit and one of his best ever in Moto GP. Here's how Bagnaia reflected on his remarkable achievement. Jorge Martín, despite a commendable performance in the Dutch Moto GP, has conceded that he did not have the opportunity to challenge Francesco Bagnaia for victory. The Pramac Ducati rider, who started the race with a 3-place grid penalty, acknowledges Bagnaia's superior pace as a decisive factor in the outcome. Marc Márquez has addressed the recent penalty he received, which significantly impacted his race result and championship hopes. Despite finishing fourth in the Dutch Moto GP, Marquez was handed a 16-second penalty, dropping him to 10th. The penalty stemmed from issues related to tire pressure and contact with another rider. Marquez provides insight into the incident and the broader implications for his season. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Francesco Bagnaia dominated both the sprint and the 26-lap Grand Prix, leading every lap in each race. His victory at Assen brings him within 10 points of the championship leader, Jorge Martín. In terms of result, this is the best one I think in MotoGP. I was leading all the sessions, which is something that doesn't happen all the time. To win in this way was incredible. Quote from Francesco Bagnaia. Bagnaia's flawless weekend was a testament to his and his team's hard work, showcasing the Ducati bike's improved performance after fine-tuning for fast corners. The bike was fantastic, and we just adapted little things to be better in the fast corners because at the start of the weekend I was struggling compared to other riders. As soon as we adjusted, everything was perfect, Bagnaia said. Despite topping every session, Bagnaia acknowledged the pressure to win, given his dominant form throughout the weekend. It is a really great moment. Also, in the last part of 2021, the middle of 2022 and last season, many times it happened to me where I felt fantastic with the bike. At the moment I know perfectly our potential, and if we work well we can fight for a win every time, Bagnaia told. Bagnaia admitted that the high expectations and pressure to win added intensity, but also fueled his motivation. He emphasized his enjoyment of the track and the speed, which made handling the pressure more manageable. When you start a race and everyone knows you have to win because of your pace, what you did in the weekend, a second position is already a loss. In terms of pressure, it is more. But I didn't care and I just enjoyed everything. I love this track and I love going fast, Bagnaia concluded. Francesco Bagnaia's victory at Assen stands out as a testament to his exceptional skill and the Ducati team's dedication. As he closes in on the championship lead, his performance reaffirms his status as a top contender. Stay tuned for more updates and insights from the world of MotoGP. Jorge Martín, facing a 3-place grid penalty due to slow riding in qualifying, managed to make an impressive recovery, advancing from 5th to 2nd place on the opening lap. Despite this effort, Martín struggled to close the gap to Francesco Bagnaia, who had already established a significant lead. It was a difficult weekend, at least on Friday and Saturday morning, to turn it around. Yesterday's podium, the feeling wasn't fantastic, but I have no excuse and congratulations to Pecco. Quote from Jorge Martín. Martín reflected on his race, acknowledging Bagnaia's dominance throughout the weekend. Despite feeling that he was riding well and improving his style, Martín admitted that Bagnaia's pace was simply too strong. I felt perfect and like I was riding really well. I saw the lap times and it was amazing how fast we were going. Still, he was pulling away a few tenths every lap, Martín told by Crash. Martín's 3-place grid penalty for slow riding did not appear to be a major factor in his inability to challenge Bagnaia, as he maintains that the gap in performance was significant regardless of his starting position. I don't think so. I don't think I had the chance all weekend to be first. In qualifying I was close and maybe I could improve a bit, but in the race it was impossible," Martin said. The Pramac Ducati rider expressed satisfaction with his performance and his 50th career podium, despite the setback. Martin noted that any potential moves at the beginning of the race would have been futile against Bagnaia's exceptional form. Pecco was on another level. "Maybe I would try a move at the beginning, but it's nonsense to speak about this," Martin concluded. Jorge Martin's candid reflection underscores the formidable challenge Francesco Bagnaia posed in the Dutch MotoGP. Despite overcoming a grid penalty and securing a podium finish, Martin acknowledges that Bagnaia's pace was insurmountable. As the season progresses, Martin's focus will likely shift to closing the performance gap and continuing his pursuit of championship success. Stay tuned for more updates and insights from the world of MotoGP. Marquez, who was initially on track for a strong performance, explained the circumstances leading to his penalty. He detailed how tire pressure issues arose during the race, which were compounded by contact with Enea Bastianini. 0.01 for one lap. Yeah, a shame, but the rules are the rules. The only thing we were discussing with the stewards for that reason was a bit delayed. The penalty. Because as you see in the race, I start in a good way, but suddenly I see that the front was something strange, and then I see that the temperature was a tire pressure was super low. And then I let Bagnaia pass, just to check the front pressure. And then I was there behind him in the race. Quote from Marc Márquez. Marquez elaborated on how contact with Bastianini in the first corner pushed him wide, affecting his race pace and tire pressure. This contact and subsequent slowdown in pace ultimately impacted his performance. I was controlling well. I was inside. But what I didn't expect was the contact with Enea in the first corner that pushed me out. And when I was out, on that lap, I was a second slower, and I didn't push well in that turn 3 and finish 5, because the tire, you don't know how it will be after coming from the racing zone. And to fall again, it takes 2 laps to get back, and that 2 laps puts me out of that minimum that was 15 laps today. Statement from Marquez. Marquez acknowledged that both team and equipment errors contributed to the issues. He explained the challenges posed by fluctuating track temperatures and the difficulty of maintaining optimal tire pressure. I mean, it was everyone's mistake. Yesterday was everyone's mistake and it was my mistake. But you know, we're a team. And yes, today I tried to control well, but it is true that most of the Ducatis were very, very, very on the limit. But today has been super difficult. Because when it was cloudy sun, the temperature of the track changed like 5 degrees down, more up, and this makes everything difficult, Marquez said by Motosan. Marquez also touched on how tire pressure management differs when leading versus following other riders, citing the difficulties of maintaining optimal pressure while dealing with traffic and racing conditions. What is the difference in pressure when Marc is driving alone and when he is chasing another driver? Not much today. Today it's normally a lot, but today for some reason I wasn't able to get the temperature on the front tire. And I was Australian. But hey, I couldn't handle the butt. But just when I was following Bagnaia he was about 0.1 taller, Marquez added. Marquez remains hopeful about the upcoming Sachsenring race, where he believes he can match the pace of competitors like Francesco Bagnaia and Jorge Martín if his performance is strong. If we are fast at the Sachsenring, we will be at the same level as Bagnaia and Martín. It's not that we are fast and we are faster than them. No. If we are fast, we will be at the same level as them, Marquez told. Reflecting on the penalty and its impact, Marquez expressed a willingness to abide by current rules but hopes for future considerations, especially regarding incidents involving contact with other riders. It can be, and that is what they tell me can be a consideration for the future. But right now, the rules are the rules. And maybe they can change for the future. I think so. I think especially if someone hits you and you're off the track, Marquez added. Marquez also commented on Michelin's role in tire pressure advice and how different strategies are employed based on a rider's position in the race. Michelin can give you some advice. And then, together with all the staff, I won't say a name. All the staff means the recent team, then we decide what pressure. But Michelin can only give you advice, Marquez concluded. Marc Márquez's reflections on his recent penalty and race conditions provide valuable insight into the complexities of MotoGP racing. As he prepares for the next race at Sachsenring, Marquez remains focused on regaining his competitive edge and navigating the challenges of the season. Stay tuned for more updates on his journey and the latest in MotoGP. Thanks for watching ZNGP today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.